Buried in the sea of massive video game ads at this year's Game Awards ceremony was the debut trailer for Don't Nod's upcoming game. The studio best known for its work on the Life is Strange series, Don't Nod's next game is quite the departure, leaving the suburbs behind for a much darker and colder setting. This upcoming adventure game, titled Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden, will place players in the year 1695 in the wilds of North America, a very unique setting for a video game. Since North America was only settled about 100 years before the events of Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden, major historical events are a bit sparse, giving Don't Nod plenty of room to create its own compelling story. That said, there are still plenty of real-world historical events for Don't Nod to draw inspiration from, with some of the major events of 1695 occurring elsewhere in the world. The main historical events of 1695. Though it began much earlier than 1695, perhaps the most significant historical event of the era was the 9 Years' War, also known as the War of the Grand Alliance, and also referred to as World War I by some scholars. The 9 Years' War saw France come into conflict with a coalition of other European military forces. While the British, Holy Romans, and Dutch were the main opposition to the French, their coalition stretched across Europe, eventually bringing in Spain, Portugal, Sweden, and more. This conflict also spread to America, India, and Africa. After emerging victorious in the Franco-Dutch War of 1678, King Louis XIV used his commanding military power to further expand his empire and annex much of Europe. In 1688, King Louis decided to cross the Rhine in an attempt to intimidate the Holy Roman Empire, but Emperor Leopold I refused to bow and together with his German allies started a conflict with King Louis and France. The English King William III was soon called upon to assist the Roman forces and the conflict would continue until 1697. With Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden taking place in 1695, it lands 7 years into the conflict. At the time, Spain was still achieving many military victories, even though it was losing the internal political battle. North America is a bit far from the 9 Years' War, with most of the fighting taking place near the French border, but it is always possible for protagonists Red and Atlia to come across some French, English or Dutch soldiers being brought street fight. Just a few years before the start of Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden, the Salem witch trials took place. Beginning in February 1692 and ending in May 1693, the Salem witch trials saw more than 200 people accused of witchcraft in the city of Salem and surrounding villages. 30 of those 200 defendants were found guilty and 25 of them died as a result of hanging, repression or appalling prison conditions. With Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden revolving around ghosts and supernatural abilities, a trip to Salem, or at least a mention of it, could be part of the game at some point. The Salem witch trials are often used in popular culture to stage an ominous alien menace, and they may play the same role in Banishers, which may be one reason why so many ghosts were unleashed across North America in 1695. Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden Asira Nel 2023 Su PC, PS5e Xbox Series X, S. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and support my channel.